This is We the People, and we want to welcome you now to a new segment on our broadcast. It's called The God Squad. We have gathered members of different faiths to our set today to discuss the importance of understanding within our communities. Joining me right now, the Reverend Tom Macmillan, Rabbi Noah Benjamin Bickart, and Dr. Zeki Saritoprak. Welcome to the broadcast. That was reading left to right, by the way.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Good to have the God Squad with me today. Let's all talk about a little something that I think is important. Recently, you were all together for the annual Abrahamic Traditions Dinner. How does this event reflect the shared values of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism? You want to start? You're closest to me.
Happy to do so. I mean, first of all, it's about food. I think this is something that all of our traditions share in a central way. One, that food is an ability to bring people and different kinds of people together. Food also enables us to give thanks and be aware that if it were only up to us in the world, we likely wouldn't have enough to eat. And I think it also helps our three traditions share a concern for those who have less.
Yeah.
And so the fact that it was at a dinner, I think, was crucial to the event.
I should tell our audience Rabbi Bickart is with the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Chair of Jewish Studies at John Carroll University. And Dr. Zeki Saritoprak is director of the Bediüzzaman Said Nursi Chair in Islamic Studies at John Carroll University as well. You tell me, give me your thoughts about this Abrahamic dinner.
Yes, that is very important. And Abraham is considered one of the 5 elite prophets in Islam. And the ancestor of the prophet of Islam also, the grandfather of the prophet of Islam, and the ancestor of Judaic tradition and Christian tradition. So Abraham is a common ground for Muslims, Christians, and Jews, I think. One of the aspects of Abraham is that he is known as the friend of God. And one aspect that's very well known in the Muslim tradition, he is generous and he gives food. They say there would be any night that Abraham wouldn't have guests.
So it was good that the three of you were together, as were your followers, your congregations. Dr. Tom Macmillan is here. He's senior pastor of the John Knox Presbyterian Church of North Olmsted. You were there as well. This was a good event, I would imagine.
Yeah, this is our 4th time having. We started in 2018 after Hurricane Harvey devastated Houston. We got our faith communities together for this Abrahamic dinner to talk about how do we respond to natural disasters within our faith communities. The next time, I think we talked about how do we respond to hate and violence. And then this last time was how do we respond to conflict? What are ways that we create paths of peace within our communities, within our families, and also between religions.
You speak about conflict. We're dealing with one right now over in the Middle East, the Israel-Hamas war. What are your thoughts on that? How can local faith-based community help bring peace to that part of the world? What do you think?
I think part of it begins with what you're talking about. When we are around tables, you suddenly begin to interact. I don't know if I would have met Noah and Dr. Zeki if we hadn't been around tables or been invited to speak, but there's so much in their background that I don't know about.
Yeah.
And I think although they are so close, Gaza and Israel, do they actually know each other? Have they actually had opportunities?
Your thoughts?
I have a lot of thoughts about this. I actually think one of the greatest tragedies of the current conflict and what's been going on in Israel and Palestine over the last decades has really been the ways in which Jewish Israelis and Palestinians no longer know each other. And I actually think that in the diaspora, and especially in America, where these two communities, and even here in Cleveland, where we have a very strong Palestinian-American community and a very strong Jewish community, these communities might actually begin to know each other and understand each other's stories. And it's possible that those diaspora communities might be the first steps towards importing that kind of connection back home.
Can we find peace? I mean, in the Arab world, there's the word for peace, salam. In Israel, it is shalom. Sounds very similar to me. Can we find peace?
I think we can find peace. It is very important to refer to a Quranic verse, for me, it says, peace is better in all circumstances, in the family disputes, in the social disputes, in the international disputes, peace is better. And that's why I say when there is war in a place, we need to focus on peace immediately. Whatever venues are possible to focus on peace and bring peace to that community, because you don't know, the conflict may lead to a greater conflict. They say the weapons of mass destruction today we have in the world can destroy our planet 10 times.
Yeah.
So we pray for peace. Let me tell you, our audience right now, that's all we're going to do on the broadcast segment right now, but you can watch the full interview. We're going to continue that on WKYC.com. This is We the People here on Channel 3, and you can watch it, the whole thing on We the People on WKYC Channel 3, the YouTube channel, and I want to thank our three guests, part of the God Squad. You can go over to the website and see more of that in just a moment.